one of the things I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to try and not put you on the spot because, you know, when I was trying to do research for this, I realized that Wanda keeps himself very private. He lets his art speak for itself because there's not a lot written about him. So this is our chance to try and ask every question we've ever thought of. Starting with, why is everyone so obsessed with you? You have this cult following where everyone seems to just be obsessed with like chasing down and hunting down every piece. Like trying to get this look was so hard because everything of yours sells out. How did you get this?
Not sure everyone's obsessed with me yet, but I think my where I stem from, I come from a place of always serving, and I believe I've served my community well, especially in Joburg, and would love to do the same in Cape Town eventually someday. And what I mean in terms of serving is always being service to other designers, working for them, working alongside them, working alongside other creatives, and ensuring that their projects come to life. And for the last 10 years, I've given myself to community and culture in a way of always being there for people and hoping that one day they can be there for me. And I think that's why everyone's always such a fan of what I do, because they know that I'm always there when they need me as well.
Amazing, amazing. That's something that we don't really often hear about, I think, in the creative space, especially within fashion, because it's so competitive. So you basically stand alone for doing that. Now, you talk about having worked with other people before. So I know that you've consulted for the likes of Nike, everyone, and Off-White, come on. So like, just tell me what else you've done over the past 10 years and what were some of your highlights?
I still consult at Nike. So when I was, I think, in my second or third year of varsity, I knew or had a realization that I wouldn't be able to afford finishing my varsity and fashion school. So I was going to drop out, which was very clear at the time because of financial reasons. So what I did was I sort of started reaching out to brands like Nike, brands like Levi's, brands like Ray-Ban at the time, to sort of assist on projects, to sort of get some experience and just have my foot in the door. And that's where that comes from. It comes from this idea that if I had my foot in the door, I could assist on as much as possible and then build my network and then pitch on ideas. So along my years, I've sort of pitched, reached out to people, and in 2016, I had the late Virgil Abloh reach out to me and say, hey, we're shooting Casta Semenya for Off-White and Nike. Thank you. Can you please assist on location, casting, and small little things that I was able to help play a small part in.
You're working with Virgil, there's no small part there. So, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows that Beyonce had a concert this year called Renaissance. While it was breaking records, Wanda here had actually had the idea long before. When I first discovered you, it was 2021, and you had a collection called Black Renaissance. Tell me about that.
Black Renaissance was this idea of essentially, I believe, of South Africans returning to glory, and returning to glory that, in a way that is healing. And I think oftentimes we have conversations in isolated pockets of communities in our homes, but we don't have a collective conversation about where we are going as a community, as a people, as a country. And that collection essentially was done in a way to highlight our differences, the churches we go to, the things we believe in, but in a way to get each other to know about each other and get each other to be able to have a conversation that is transformative and that at the core can heal the small little scars that exists in the differences that exist within us.
So your fashion is like an almanac or like a journal basically for ourselves.
Yeah.
Cool, amazing. So I want to talk about the latest collection. Tell me the inspiration behind that, and I will let you go because I can tell that you have to attend to other things.
This collection is titled Our People, and it's inspired by sort of when I was young. I grew up in Joburg, born and raised in Joburg, so when I was young, like 4 or 5, which was in the 90s, I would watch sort of like West African people migrate to Joburg. South Asian people, North Asian people come to Joburg, and there was such an amazing thing that was happening in Joburg through migration. Congolese people with the war, Nigerian people with struggles, and I would watch sort of like a Congolese family arrive 3 months in to their arrival sort of integrate into South African culture. So have the kids like on a Friday, Saturday, play with South African kids and dance and subcultures, and then on the Sunday wear traditional outfits, and then on the Monday go to work dressed in Western white shirts and navy suits. And that sort of cultural experience that I saw led to what this collection was. And then after 6 months, see the same family get evicted from their buildings and take these Ghana must go bags back home because they couldn't afford to be in South Africa anymore. And so I was inspired by that journey, inspired by what I was seeing, inspired by those conversations about migration, family, home, people, community. Church is a very big, strong sort of focal point in my work, and the journeys that we go through individually. So yeah, that's in small essence what's about.
Incredible. That's incredible. I'm sure everyone could basically listen to you talk all day, because you are literally one of the most, I would say, underrated sort of storytellers, because I think as South Africans, there's so much and so many layers of our past and basically inevitably our future that we take for granted, and I think your quotes do that in a very big way. So thank you and congratulations. The show is amazing. That's only half of it, so now we're about to see the second half, correct?
Yes.
Great.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
No, thank you so much
For coming.